Hello everybody, welcome back for another video. Hope you're all doing great. Hope you're all doing fantastic. Hope you're all doing well and that you're all having a great day. And without any further ado, let's jump right into it. As we get ever closer to the potential approval arrival of Ethereum ETFs within the US of A, the amount of Ethereum news also continues to mount as well. There's a lot of accumulation for Ethereum. There's a lot of locking up Ether as well, as we've seen sometimes in the news over the course of the last 30 days or so. That brings us to this news as well. A little more than 72% of Ethereum tokens are currently available for the world after staking deposits accelerated in the past months. Liquid restaking is the biggest factor for locked tokens in 2024. The only way to make new Ethereum is by having Ethereum. When you have the Ether and you lock it into the network, it creates new coins for you. It is the only way to be able to make new coins. Since the news, and even slightly before the news of the approval of the Ethereum ETFs, we have seen a lot of accumulation for the coin because people want as much as possible. The idea being, when the approvals happen, when it actually launches on stock exchanges, these companies will be buying a large amount of Ether. There's already not a lot of Ether. So the way that Ethereum is, you should all know this, Ethereum gets created by people staking their coins. However, the more people who are using the network, these coins also get burned in the background. So they're Ether that also get burned as transactions are happening. And as this is the most used blockchain on the planet, and there are more transactions, long story short, the burn is higher than the creation. I was like, just say the words. So more coins are always being burned than are actually being created by the network. So we're kind of always at a constant-ish stable number of Ether, slightly always going down, therefore making it deflationary. And if we see the same kind of movements, not even in price, but also just in accumulation that we saw for the Bitcoin ETFs over the course of a 3 to 6 month period, these coins are going to be gobbled up very, very fast, and therefore other investors are buying as many as they can to be able to stake their own, to be able to make their own new Ether before the institutions basically wipe all of them away. And because of this, in the news, of the entire 100% of Ether out there, only 72% is left, as the rest of it is locked inside of the network. Staking accelerated for Ethereum based on the 32 ETH deposits to the main smart contract. Based on deposits and withdrawals, about 27.5% of the total ETH supply is staked, with around 72.5% remaining. Some of the remaining tokens are illiquid, either held in long-term wallets or in other vaults or protocols. This also happens quite often as well. The numbers are that 72% of Ether is available, but the problem is that those coins are not always liquid. A lot of other protocols on Ethereum, on layer 1s and layer 2s, require you to lock up your coins inside of it for, passive income and doing this and other, making sure that the protocol works. So similar with Bitcoin, there's a huge amount of Ether being burned, and there's a huge amount of it that isn't liquid. Even the stuff that you see on crypto exchanges, people are going to be holding their Ether for a long time. We've seen before, a couple of weeks and a couple of months ago, the analysts constantly predict that we are going to see a $1.5 million Bitcoin, an $8 million Bitcoin, an $11 million Bitcoin. When these predictions come out and they're talking about the movement of the network and the actual usage, and Ethereum is expected to only pick up as they have more layers and all these other things, We've gotten a $70,000 Ether prediction, a $110,000 Ether prediction. This is, based off of Bitcoin being in the millions. Ethereum then also goes to the hundreds of thousands per coin, so people are still going to be holding on to them. If everyone's expecting the market to go up, these coins are not actually liquid. And there's a little chart for it right there. Yeah. Ethereum is constantly in the news right now. It's one of the most spoken about things. The expectations are quite high at the moment for the launch of the Ethereum ETFs, for where Ethereum's price is going to go. When Ethereum's price does well, the altcoins do well. If we get to a situation where Ethereum ends up tripling, quadrupling in price, similar to what Bitcoin did, because Ether's price is a lot easier to move up, we will see the altcoins follow the exact same trajectory. So therefore, all the information right now, and for those of you who missed it recently, is revolving around Ether, staking, the lack of Ether on the market, the SEC dropping the lawsuit against all the Ethereum-based companies, which was nonsense from the very beginning. So it once again leads us into this perfect digital storm where it looks like the market could do extremely well if logic actually ends up playing out, because, this market over the years has a very difficult time when it comes to following logic. That's the Ethereum, I guess, staking news. Not a lot of Ether. A lot of it is locked away in other protocols. So I wonder what the actual true number is as more people also continue to stake their coins. For those of you who also missed the news 3 days ago, MetaMask, the app and also the web browser add-on, you can also now stake your Ether there for passive income as well. So I'll tell you, I have a lot of friends who are not nearly, but a lot of them are accumulating Ether to basically be able to stake it and have passive income for the rest of their lives without having to do anything. So, that's the Ethereum news. And yeah, let's move on. News. This was news a number of years ago, and we're starting to see this kind of news pop up once again. Years ago, there were discussions as to why whales had so much Bitcoin. And then that turned to, why do whales have so much Ethereum? And then that turned to, why do whales and Ripple, the company, have so much XRP? That was always a constant thing. A year or two ago, the rumors began to circulate about Elon Musk being in the market. We also just had that again. This is about 10 days ago, for those of you who missed it. Charles Hoskinson came forward, and the creator of Cardano came forward and questioned why Elon Musk was so into Dogecoin. And he alluded to the fact that he believes that Elon Musk might hold 20, 30, 40% of all the Dogecoin that's actually out there. And also, if you find that article, if it, tickles your fancy and you want to read that article, it's actually a little weird because he also kind of gets annoyed at the end, saying that he's been trying to contact Elon Musk to collaborate, but Elon Musk won't call him back. And I'm like, just maybe take the hint at this point. So we started hearing, this was 2 or 3 years ago, that Robinhood has a lot of Dogecoin. And back then, I believe the number was 10%. So 1 out of every 10 Dogecoin they had. That was also a very ridiculous time. The cryptocurrency space never makes any sense. Everyone pays attention to the things that don't actually matter. So Dogecoin was added to Coinbase, and then it was added to Binance, and I think it was added to Gemini. I don't remember anymore. And then the rumors were swirling that it was going to get added to Robinhood. And then it got added to Robinhood, and then the price went up by 25%. And I was like, what? Also, throwing it out there, don't forget that Robinhood is the company who also, wink, had a problem, wink, with GameStop, wink, and also caused all the shorts and people to lose money in 2020 and 2021. And it's been alluded to. There have been rumors that allegedly they've done stuff similar to that as well for crypto, allegedly, over the years, causing people to lose money and or not be able to take out their money. There was also a problem years ago, don't forget, where Robinhood, it was announced that they didn't actually have crypto. They were literally just giving people numbers on a screen to say how much they owned. And then when they paid out, you couldn't cash out in crypto. You were only allowed to pay out in US dollars. Has everyone forgotten about this? Of course they have, because people forget so freaking quick in this space and pretend like all these companies are here patting our backs, cheering us on. So the news now is that people have looked into their holdings, and apparently they are holding an egregious amount of Dogecoin. Robinhood's claim to fame in the crypto industry has been its meme coin offerings to US traders, more specifically allowing Dogecoin trading during the meme coin boom of 2021. Since then, the platform has grown to become one of the more prominent places for trading meme coins. There are other places besides. And its Dogecoin balances have grown to the point that it has become a concern for analysts due to how much of the altcoin the platform currently holds. It leads to the entire centralization things that we have again, because in situations like this, the custody holder actually owns your coins. And if they decide to do X, Y, and Z, well, then something will Recently, Beth Kindish, a researcher and analyst at IO Fund, revealed that the concentration of Dogecoin holdings on Robinhood was incredibly high. In a Twitter post, Kindish revealed that this high concentration had also seen trading volumes on the exchange correlate with the decreased volatility and volumes for Dogecoin in general. If all of it is on a platform and it's being held by one player, well, guess what? Volatility and trading volume go down because no one's trading it and it's simply on that platform. In a blog post on the IO Fund website, the market analyst further elaborated that Dogecoin actually made up 62% of the total crypto transaction volume on Robinhood. Interestingly, crypto transactions are more than 1/3 of the actual revenue of Robinhood, meaning that Dogecoin makes up a good majority of the crypto transaction revenue. We have entered a space in crypto's history where not only do people no longer care about decentralization and making the crypto world a better place, but they also don't care about centralization either. They don't care about the companies or institutions who might be holding a lot of all the coins, which is something I've been telling everyone for some time when it comes to the entire ETF thing and how much Bitcoin they're holding. But yeah, cool. So the news is that Robinhood keeps holding more and more Dogecoin, and it could actually be detrimental to the price. But all everyone heard was that Robinhood Bitcoin, Robinhood this, Robinhood that, money make money go up, and Dogecoin hit $1. All I could find when I was looking around was news from 2023. I could not find exact numbers right now. But back in the middle of 2023, Robinhood already held nearly 25% of all the Dogecoin out there. So 1 out of every four coins was held on their platform. So, I wish people cared more. I wish we had more normal people in the market. And I wish, whatever. I mean, once again, I consider myself to be, especially with the way that I think, I consider myself to be very old school in this market when it comes to my mindset of not allowing institutions and companies to hold all of your money, especially if you're legally able to do so where you live. and just, more people around the world custodying for themselves. But that's, another topic for another day. That's the Robinhood has a lot of Dogecoin news. Yeah, sure. Fantastic. Let's move on. Also they're trying so hard, and it's actually like a little bit weird, but people like them news. Coinbase unveiled a brand new smart wallet. A product it says is designed to reduce hurdles for new users looking to get started in the DeFi space. DeFi has not been doing well as of late. I mean, the last year and a half, we've seen the actual DeFi market slow down a bit. DeFi, meaning decentralized finance, was all the rage in 2020 and 2021, as it promised to be the new age of finance for you and for me and the entire human race. The problem is that a lot of the DeFi products that we've seen have not actually been DeFi, or they've been on very centralized exchanges or centralized programs or centralized what have you. And many of them have been, rug pulls. Rug pull is the word. However, these companies that we're talking about, Web 3.0 basically being DeFi, actually decentralized. These things aren't decentralized. I don't know if I mentioned that before. Same exact thing with Coinbase's chain called Base. Yeah, Coinbase made a chain called Base, and people were asking, was it actually decentralized? And they were like, sit down, don't worry about that. And people were like, hey, if something happens with authorities and they go poking around and they're asking for information, will you give it to them? And Coinbase was like, there's some cake in the corner. Everybody go enjoy yourself. So they're trying to make DeFi a thing once again, because a lot of these platforms offer extremely high returns. You put your money into it and then they disappear. So Coinbase has announced a smart wallet where they're trying to have a literal one-stop shop, like everything else in the space, for people to go in, enter all their information, put your credit card data and as much information as you can, and then you wonder who owns all that data. They said smart wallets allow users to create a free, secure, self-custody wallet in just a few seconds. This was said by the senior director of product management at Coinbase in a blog post announcing the release. They said they simplify onboarding, reduce the number of transactions to be signed, and seamlessly let you use your Coinbase balances. What? So I don't have to even use Coinbase. I have to download something else where I could have just normally used Coinbase, but now you're telling me to use another application to do the things that I could have already done on Coinbase. That's crazy. Coinbase first announced its smart wallet at ETH Denver in February. Instead of traditional recovery phrases, apps, and extensions, typically used to access DeFi apps and services, smart wallets make use of the industry standard passkeys and a companion web portal through Base, Ethereum, Optimism, Arbitrum, Polygon, Avalanche, Binance Coin, and Zora. In all my years, I have never seen the word Zora network. Cool. Coinbase's new wallet aims to address challenges to the typical DeFi user experience. Oh yeah, there are so many of them, like the rug pulls and getting scammed and people saying 25% and people put their money into it, especially with getting started. They said, until now, going on chain has been slow, expensive, and hard, with separate wallet app installs and first-generation blockchains. This was said by someone else. With Coinbase Smart Wallet, users can create a new wallet using Face ID and Google Chrome profile YubiKey fingerprint. Oh my gosh, guys, fingerprint unlock feature or Face ID. No, I'm so excited because now I get to give Coinbase my Face ID. I get to unlock it with my Google account, which is already attached to everything. Oh my gosh, and fingerprint. You know how long I've been waiting for a decentralized smart wallet to have my fingerprint unlock feature? I'm very excited for this. So Coinbase continues Coinbasing as they've been doing for a number of years. I know that they're convenient and awesome and amazing and all the other words that people keep saying. Every time I talk about Coinbase, people are like, why don't you like Coinbase so much? Because Coinbase is basically throwing us back into the same old system that we've been trying to get away from. While many of you have just gotten into the market and you're only concerned with making money in the next year and a half as opposed to actual any kind of generational wealth or caring about decentralization or the billions of other people on the planet who should also be in the cryptocurrency space making tons of money as opposed to just the ETF issuers who are making billions of dollars in revenue every single month. I live in a world where like crypto's for everyone. You're not supposed to have your Face ID, your fingerprint, or your Google anything attached to your cryptocurrency wallet. The idea of these companies being like, no, it's totally cool. Like we're centralized. Did you just say centralized? Yeah, it's like decentralized, but not. And they're telling you to like link your Visa and your MasterCard and all these other platforms together. They want your data, and your data is being sold. I'm not sure if I alluded to that fact before. This was major news. Everyone loves Coinbase. Everyone loves Coinbase's things that they do. I assume by I'm going to say 2035, we are probably going to be basically in the exact same financial system that we were before, but now with crypto letters sprinkled all over it as people continue to not care about people don't care about their data. People care nothing about their privacy. People care nothing about so cool, fantastic. I'm sure there's someone out there who's just a hankering to give their information away. And one of the greatest things that I always hear, well, if you're not doing anything wrong, what's the problem? And it's like, okay, yeah, you've been brainwashed enough. That's the Coinbase smart wallet fingerprint Face ID. Give all of your data to these companies. News. And yeah, fantastic. Let's move on. Also in the news, that is a terrible image. I can't tell what's happening there. It just completely looks, oh, that's not good for the eyes. Despite facing legal challenges from the corrupt regulators, Ripple is forging ahead in the central bank digital currency landscape. What? They're doing what they said they were gonna do. Wow. In a recent clip from an interview on Twitter, Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse revealed, I tried to do like a magic noise that wasn't it, like ding, 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 ding. No, it's not magic. Revealed that the company has secured partnerships with 10 different governments in leveraging Ripple's blockchain technology for their CBDC initiatives. Yeah. So we heard before that Ripple is working with around 24 banks and central banks around the world. And apparently, he didn't even give names. He just said that they're working currently with 10 of them who are going to be building on top of, when they say Ripple technology, and for those of you who missed the news back in good old 2018, Ripple used to have something called XRapid. So XRapid was a separate entity from the XRP blockchain where things used XRP, but it wasn't directly on the blockchain. It was a different initiative. And then they also had, it was X something, that all their things had X in them. And they basically squished all of them together like a pancake or a sandwich. I'm hungry again. And then they squished all that together on top of the XRP blockchain. So anything that happens, any company who they're working with, any bank, any central bank who's moving money around using their corridors or their technology is using XRP or is burning XRP in the background as transactions are actually taking place. This is the bullishness of the idea of XRP. And especially when you actually constantly get news over and over that they're working with banks and central banks, because for those of you who are also unaware, these banks are making digital currencies. There's, regardless of if you want them or not, no, they're definitely making them. But lightly, I say silver lining in like a metaphorical kind of otherworldly thing. They're using a cryptocurrency company for their CBDC and will directly and indirectly be using XRP. Therefore, XRP price go boom. Like that kind of thing. This move positions Ripple as a key player. It doesn't position them, like it puts them in position as a key player. Like they are, when I always say my thing, and I'm like, prove it, show me you can do it. Because in 2018, Ripple, for those of you who weren't here, Ripple kept on saying that they were working with banks, and I was like, who's the bank? So they did it. They did all the stuff that they said that they were going to do, and this is why a lot of times, if not all the times, when you see me talking about another coin and I'm like, do it. Go for it. Get the partnerships. Show us in the news. And then the coins don't do it. Well, that's why the market and the news is constantly always just on a few coins. Because these other coins pop up. They don't do jack diddly squat. And then they disappear. So people constantly... I don't get it. There are people who still ignore Bitcoin. That actually boggles my mind. It literally doesn't make any sense how you could even think of ignoring the number one coin in the market. There are still tons of people who won't even touch Ethereum. You know how many companies are part of the Enterprise Ethereum Alliance? Do you understand how big Ethereum is? The most used blockchain on the planet. And there are still people who refuse to acknowledge XRP or anything that Ripple is doing. You hear that these people are working with world banks to make these currencies that these governments and these central banks are making will probably be their currency as we continue to move into a more digital future, which means that they're going to be using the XRP blockchain for at least 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 years. And how you cannot be bullish on these three coins is literal insanity while you jump on these terrible meme coins on top of Solana. Lack of logic in the stratosphere. This move positions Ripple as a key player in shaping the future of digital central banking systems to enhance global financial security and efficiency, robust, yada yada. Apparently, he announced that they're working with 10 different nations to streamline cross-border transactions, bolster financial transparency, and optimize monies, yada, 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 and it keeps on going. So quite a long article as well. This was, of course, very popular news as luckily people are paying attention to this. The names of the 10 countries were not announced because I assume they have non-disclosure agreements out the wazoo. If we've seen before... working with a company, the amount of non-disclosure agreements that end up floating around out there, I assume a country, you know how like we keep getting news that countries are like mining Bitcoin, and I'm like, hey, look over there, they're literally mining Bitcoin. I assume any country who's trying to make a digital currency and has chosen a cryptocurrency blockchain company to run their coin on top of, they're going to be very hush-hush until we actually end up hearing the names. So yeah, major news. I don't know what else to really say about that. Ripple's been on a roll for a very long time. The last thing we're waiting for is for the lawsuit to end with the SEC because, you know, then Ripple gets to go public. And what's the other things? Oh, I forgot all the other stuff. And also they're launching a stable coin and, you know, working with like dozens of companies right now. And also governments as well. I don't know if I mentioned that. So yeah, I think that's going to do it for this video. I do hope that you've all enjoyed. I do hope you all are having a great day, a great morning, a great afternoon, a great evening, wherever you are, wherever the heck you might be. I do hope it is absolutely fantastic. Thank you all once again for watching, listening, liking, commenting, and supporting. And I will most certainly be talking to you all soon. See you.